Bronny can go in front of Ian.
Nigga, my mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga gonna do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah.
But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shador.
Right, it's about to get worse.
Dion already doing that. We all saw what we saw. You know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's all
When you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like,
Get off of me. Get off of me.
Get off me.
No, don't touch me.
Was it worth the 30,000?
Now?
In the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
He was up.
You remember? Was it bingo night or was it? 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But keep it high level. This is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. This whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is,
I am undisputed in me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
He's getting up.
And show, yeah, we doing this for real.
He's
Somebody gonna rebound?
This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's a sack on your first play ever in the NFL. I know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear it from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
Well, you think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what, big dog?
Yes, I'm light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now. Let's get
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it.
Wah, wah, wah. What's cracking like a mackin' from the jacket to the back, and we back in here. Oh, man, Jalen Hurts. Oh, my God. Came back and said, wow. Had to do it to him. Shout out to all y'all in the chat showing love. I don't know if I should call it a comeback, but we doing it again. Love for you guys out here. Oh, man, so we're going to talk a lot of stuff. We're going to get into some spicy topics as well because the news cycle just keeps going. You know, you get the whole weekend stuff, you do Monday morning, and then the Monday afternoon is everyone's reaction to the weekend stuff, and it gets gang-related out here. Crazy in these streets. So shout out to all you guys who rocking with your boy once again. It's on. We got to get into this. Now, what happened this weekend? Beat it up in the comments. Tell me what you think. What happened this weekend? I hear you, Wade County babe, talking about that Jalen Hurts. Hold on. What happened? Somebody tell me. What happened this weekend? Y'all know what happened this weekend. We saw the Heisman. I had to go over there and hit that light. You know what I'm saying? Police. What happened this weekend? This happened this weekend. We saw Diego Pavia. Oh, big dog. You took an L in the Heisman. And then you go to social media and put it up and throw it up with the homies, with the hombres. New Mexico. All right, respect. I ain't mad at you, big dog. But they are. F all the voters. Isn't it crazy the different forms, different modes of talking can get you into different issues? You can say that to your boy, man, fuck all these voters. And they ain't tripping. You could go somewhere else and text your boys, group text, man, fuck all these voters. They ain't tripping. But I don't understand why you want strangers, nerds, executives, general managers, CEOs, housewives, why you want everybody to know you said F all the voters? I don't get it. It makes no sense. And then family for life. I guarantee you, let me tell you one thing about life. Let me show you this. I guarantee 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's too many. You won't have, all 5 of those guys won't make it. Not in your career. And some are saying, what career? Tough. Short quarterback, tough. So we're going to dive into this a little bit because this feels oh so familiar, and it seems like we get some lessons out of this, Diego. You're doing too much. You're already doing too much. No, you're doing too much. You go to the Heisman, which I wasn't blessed to go because I wasn't that good in college. But you go to the Heisman, the biggest award there is, and you go up there and you decide that you want to take it out on the voters because you took an L. Now, was there an argument to make that you should have won? But it wasn't good enough. It wasn't convincing enough. So let's go here. Diego Pavia posts F the voters after finishing second in Heisman voting, but family for life. So now let's keep reading because look how close it was and look how close it was not. It's crazy, right? He put the post out now, and this is what it says. Mendoza won in a landslide. Watch this. The Indiana quarterback collected 2,362 points with 643 first-place votes and appeared on 95% of all ballots. That's tied with Marcus Mariota, 2014, second highest percentage in Heisman history. That means beat down. Pavia finished with 1,435 points, 189 first-place votes. That's love. Third place wasn't even close to him, though. Jeremiah Love had 566 points. Okay? So what's crazy is you see it. We ain't going to do that. We did that this morning. But then the camera caught Pavia when they announced Mendoza's name. He looked genuinely shocked. What? Which is strange considering the voting wasn't competitive. But he recovered quickly, congratulated Mendoza on stage, and handled the moment fine. In the moment. And then you know what happens? See, I know when I said that picture of him and his boys, everybody was like, why you hating? Remember what I told you? Remember I told you this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ain't gonna make it. So you fine in the moment. You fine even though you shocked. But why you shocked? Did you not know what they were saying? All the prop bets were and everything. What Vegas was saying, it was a 98% chance Mendoza's gonna win. Those 5 right there, somebody gassed you up. I know how the game go. Oh, dog, they tripping. Oh, dog, they wasn't even watching. Oh, dog, they just doing that because they going to be in the playoffs like all high. Look at me. I know how the game goes. So now he puts that out. So let's talk about it. I want to give him some props, though, because he had a tremendous road to getting here. This is fresh. Look at this. All right, born, damn, I'm already in my, 5th year in the league. He born. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Shout out to the New Mex. Okay. Doesn't do that much in high school. Like this, I hate to do this, but in high school, this ain't much. You know what I mean? You pass for 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns. No. 464, no. You ain't getting no D1 offers. There it is. Cool. Now, where we going? New Mexico Military Institute. Salute. All right. Prop 48 like a mug, right? 31 touchdowns. Now you're starting to shine a little bit. Working hard. Then you go to New Mexico State. Yeah. Then get up out of there after you ball a little bit more. come to Conference USA Offensive Player of the Year. Then you take it to Vandy. Oh, my God. Then you transfer, after transferring again, you go there and you're one of the SEC's most electrifying players. Starts the ball. We saw what he did at Vandy. Yards, 27-8, 9 rushing touchdowns, more the spirit, more the personality of this team, more the character. Brought that gangster to him. Made him say, man, stop acting like we're a nerd school. We ain't no Ivy League school. We ain't that smart. Let me stop. So the point is, Vandy, 10-2. He Offensive Player of the Year, SEC, Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award winner. All these accolades, all that love. We know his style. We know what's up. But the question is, where you going from here now? So a lot of people are talking about Shedeur in the draft and how he fumbled the bag and how everybody was tripping on him and it was racism, everybody spazzing on him. Well, I think Diego Pavia told Shedeur Sanders, hold my beer. I'm about to show you how this going to go. Y'all watch what happened to him if he trying to come out. If this is going to be it, they about to attack him. He better let the dust settle because of his height, because of his style of play, and because now you just showed the whole world at the most important position where you got to show leadership, right? You got to be the field general. Guess who you are? Man, they tripping. So that's how the game goes. And if you him, you better watch yourself because this ain't going to be pretty, right? And then this is what they saying, everybody right now saying about him and looking at him like in college football. This is hilarious. Watch this. Remember that? Mm-hmm. I told you about him. Mm-hmm. Get your ass out. Yep, I tried to tell you. He ain't it. So, Diego, holla at your boy. Hit me up, thatdudeentertainment@gmail.com if you got some more problems. Because right now, this ain't it. You got to do better than that. And speaking of doing better than that, let's talk about Jalen Hurts right now because he did better. He did a lot better. Now, so what? I don't care who he plays. People always want to say that. I'm not going to take it away from you if you beat a sorry team, and I'm not going to say you win the Super Bowl if you beat a good team. But it counts. It matters. Jalen Hurts had to remind people after that poor performance against the LA Chargers, my LA Chargers, that it's okay. I will rebound, and I will come back. Y'all forget I'm a Super Bowl champion. Y'all forget I'm a Super Bowl MVP. Y'all forget who I am. I got yanked at the halftime of a national championship game. Came back and still balled. Ain't nobody scared. You better recognize.
Everybody's watching. It just comes with it. And it hasn't changed. You know, I think everybody needs to remember where I come from and how I'm built. So I just want to lead in the right way, set the right example. Done the same thing since I went to the University of Alabama and, you know, everything that's been in front of me, so it's no different now. Everybody's watching.
Ain't no different now. Blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about this dude because Jalen Hurts is built different. You can just tell it, right? He just built different. You know, the typical athlete always leads with their body and then their brain catches up. Howie Long describes this famously. He says, look, everyone has two elevators, a mental elevator and a physical elevator. So when you get into the league, your physical elevator is at the top. Your mental elevator is at the bottom, relatively speaking. And then they start to do this over time. And when they get right here, this is your prime. Well, there's always an anomaly, always somebody else who's just going to buck the system. There's always somebody out there who ain't the same, right? So let's see. When you talk about Jalen Hurts, in terms of athleticism and greatness and all that, strong, fast, all that, but he ain't up there. He right there. But boy, is he right there also in terms of mental, in terms of intangibles, right? Think about it. If you really want to talk, Tom Brady got Jalen Hurts on height, and it's hard to measure the intangibles, but they ain't that hard. Jalen Hurts is way more talented than Tom Brady in terms of tangibles. And intangibles, he ain't that far off. Now, did I say he's Brady? No. But think about what Brady did. Brady's elevator was so high that when he first hit the league, he hit the ground running. How did he hit the ground running? Because he relied on everything around him to help him grow and go, help him blossom. Jalen Hurts, in a better situation to a large degree, at least offensively, than even Tom Brady was when he first got there. He had no Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Vontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. Come on, man. So you think about it, for people to discount Jalen Hurts like that, you got to know what he's working with. Not just on the outside in terms of resources and other players, but because the game is a great game of skill. It's a greater game of will. And he going to go somewhere, and he's willing to do the work, and he's willing to go sacrifice to get to the place where he wants to get. And everybody ain't, because it's relative. So when you in high school, no, let's start before high school. When you first sign up to play sports, using football, if you're fast, you're immediately going to be the MVP. People going to think you're going to the league if you're 8-year-old, if you're an 8-year-old and you can run. Simple as that. Oh, my God, look at him. All you got to do is run sideways to the sideline and cut up, make a left, and touchdown, right? And then you start to just see it, but you don't really articulate it, but you start to notice. Oh, you got to do more than just be fast. Here we go. Once again, we're starting to build it. This is the game plan. This is the platform. It's like Legos. I tell my kids, we're playing Legos. When you first buy them, they're all little pieces like this. But when you put them together, it becomes something big and recognizable. Jalen Hurts, not whoever you are, you ain't just fast. Then it's like you got to be smart, okay? So then if you're fast and smart, ooh, you really going to stand out because you're not going to waste steps. You're going to be effective and efficient in everything you do. You're going to keep building it. Now, you get a little older. There's some other kids that are fast, other kids that are smart. They football IQ, right? Now, we're going to start getting into more than just the skill. We're going to start getting into the will, the willingness to do it all, whatever degree you want to go to. You know the ends of the spectrum. There's a Jamarcus Russell Ryan Leaf end, and there's a Ray Lewis end. Completely different ends of the spectrum, right? Be real. We know what it is. It's the guy, what we doing, Rocky? When Apollo got a little fancy, he had the silk robe, start working out the same. Rocky felt it too, happened to him. Or you got the other end, Floyd Mayweather. Oh, he at the club too. But guess what? He ain't drinking. Guess what? He going to work out right after it. Matter of fact, he going to run to the gym. Different ends of the spectrum, the willingness. So when you can match that skill with that will, that's what Jalen Hurts got, dangerous. Now, here's the conversation that keeps us up at night in terms of mobility and arm strength. That's the point. So we all get suckered into it. And look, I'm no different than you. I'm just over here to express it. I look at Jalen Hurts, I see, wow, unlimited in terms of intangibles, and then I see very few limits in terms of tangibles. Then I wonder why it's not adding up to where the national conversation is. Here are your flowers. It's time to deliver them to you. I tell you why. It's because, one, he has so much around him in terms of assets that you're like, you just got to ball out. Why are you losing the game? What are you doing? And the reason why they are in this predicament, are having issues at times, is simply this year, issues. Even though they just won a championship, so I should shut up. But even though they're in this predicament, they could easily escape. But the reason they are is because their coach, their executives don't have the same belief in Jalen Hurts that Jalen Hurts has in himself. Simple as that. You're on a team where it's just like having a team that don't want to invest in you fully. The more you give, the more you get. You give me full investment, we're doing something. If it's a project, if it's a capital raise, whatever it may be, you're a founder. I give you a lot of bricks. Not only did I give you enough to get started, I gave you enough to succeed, and I gave you enough to fail forward. Think about it. When you look at what the Philadelphia Eagles have done, they gave him the players, but they ain't gave him the playbook, or they don't believe he can execute the playbook, so therefore they're on different pages. Same book, different pages. Simple as that. And that's the sad situation, because you're not going to get full of what you need out of Jalen Hurts. You're not going to get full of what you should get out of this team together. Sooner or later, somebody going to go. Probably this offseason, A.J. Brown gone. Something going to happen. Because you're going to see all this talent and your mind imagines where it should be, the expectations. Then you see the real reality. And then you can't even do any better than you did last year. Think about it. You could just win again. You can't win and do more. It's only downhill. Even if they succeed again, people will be like, oh, yeah, but it was too hard. It was too difficult road. I'm just telling you, it's set up for drama out there in Philly. Be careful, y'all. They are really mismanaging something tremendous. Tremendous. You got you a quarterback that is the second coming of Tom Brady, right? You got the Neapolitan ice cream. You got the vanilla already. You got the chocolate. I don't think it's a strawberry quarterback, but point being, they got what they need. You got Saquon, you got them receivers, and y'all sputter? Let's see. Because it's tough to do it in today's era. Beat it up. All right, Sal Perez says, Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP, Christian, they better not forget who it is when they talking Jalen Hurts. I know, it's crazy. You better leave that man alone. That man's silly. That man different. That man gonna go get it. And if you don't appreciate him, somebody else will. It's almost like the pretty girl. The pretty girl gets all the love and attention every single day, every single way. Meanwhile, the real one, not just pretty, but also just good people. Great family, mama and daddy, still together. For some reason, she's on the struggle bus. I can't find a good man, right? I know you can't, because there ain't none of these dudes keeping up with you. They can't compete. Better be careful. See what happens. Well, all right. We ain't got to always wait to see what happens, but sometimes you do. And here's a situation that's going to happen. Let me talk to y'all for a second. What's happening out there in Michigan. So they now have identified their top 2 choices to replace fired coach Sherrone Moore. And shout out to his wife. She's still rocking with him, being seen in public with him, everything. Woo. Women are built different. I know we complain a lot about them. We'd be like, oh, they too emotional. They all over the place. Man, but they give you the energy. They give you the life source. One, they give us life. You know, we do our part, but our part's quick, real quick. Then they do all the hard work, the dirty work, right? And then when you're alive and thank you, mama, it's a thankless job. Mama be getting tugged and pulled, and I ain't talking about just from daddy. I'm talking about life. And that wife is stuck by this man after he done. They got receipts on him doing the most on his wife. He told one girl, oh, I just want to see you to give you a hug. And the girl literally said, no, he was being nice. He wasn't flirtatious at all. A married man sending emojis? A married man trying to get a hug? Girl, you stupid. Anyway, wifey staying with him. University of Michigan obviously is not. Let's read through this, a little speed reading through this, because they got a coaching search, and now we all know they started off with most of the top candidates gone in the head coaching cycle. John Summerall, Florida. Matt Campbell, Penn State. They already snatched. All right, so he came in late, obviously. This was abrupt. She just showed up with the receipts one day. Boom. General Counsel, may I have your attention? Your Honor, Your Honor. May I have your attention, please? Yeah, y'all been talking trash about me for a while. Yeah, you know who I am. I'm the assistant to Sherrone Moore. And right now, I'm tired of y'all talking about me with no proof. All this trash y'all talking about me, slandering my name. I can't go around Ann Arbor. I can't go to Ann Arbor Pizza and just order a slice without them looking at me like, we know what she up to. You want to get 2 for coach? I mean, yourself? So I'm tired of y'all talking trash about me without proof. So now, here's some proof. Jesus, girl. What the? Anyway, let's go. So now you got to look at other people. So the AP got a tip from an anonymous source, Punk, say your name, that the Big Ten side has reached out to representatives for both Arizona State's Kenny Dillingham and Missouri's Eli Drinkwitz. That is a name. You know, he love him a beer, to fill their coaching void. So Dillingham, we know, had ASU in the 2024 college football playoffs with a shock Big 12 title. Sun Devils 8-4 this year. And he's 22-16 there. Not the best record, but you kind of see, hey, he coaching them up. Has Scatterboo out there scatting, right? Now, Drinkwitz, 42, only recently signed a new 6-year deal with the Tigers, Missouri, that will pay him over $10 million a year. His record, not crazy great, but it's still good. 46-28 over 6 seasons with Missouri. What's crazy is if they pull those records or anything close like that at Michigan, they know they necks are cut off. Heads rolling down the street. And if you're Drinkwitz, excuse me, I'm making 10 a year? Where the hell you think I'm going? I ain't going nowhere. If you're making $10 million a year at a place with low expectations, stay still. What? Stay still. Crazy. I don't give a damn. And then look, it's the big job, but it's the big job because they sell it like it's the big job. Everybody want to keep telling you what's big. You know what's big to me? What I think is big. I'm going to redefine what big is. Making 10 a year somewhere where I ain't got to win no damn Big Ten, somewhere where I ain't got to be in no playoffs. Human beings are greedy. Like, we just greedy. That makes no sense. But they're going after them because they know you could throw a fine girl in front of anybody like Sherrone Moore and things change, right? A lot of things change. What would y'all do? Beat it up in the comments right now. I'm going to read them. Beat it up in the comments. Are you staying still at Arizona State? Are you staying still at Missouri? Or are you going to the big house? Massacred. Big house time. Let me know. Let me know. I ain't doing nothing. Yeah, y'all stupid. You're like, Pace, you can have that. I am not doing any of that. Well, while y'all doing that, I don't like reading I hate when I watch somebody live and they just sitting there reading the comments. Get to the comments, but don't be reading them like that. God dang. You know what I'm saying? I'm like most of y'all. I stay where I can. Like my man Sal Perez said, I stay where I can work the least for the most money. Human beings are wired that way. Get the most by doing the least. Simple as that. Okay, well, let's talk about this because there's a competition out there, Big Noon Kickoff and College Game Day. Now, we know College Game Day, number one, Big Noon Kickoff, number two. Did they close the gap? How wide is the gap? Let's talk about that gap. Give me some that gap, girl. Let's talk about that gap. All right, so they both saw significant increases in viewership over the last year, but ESPN's show remains ahead. So College Game Day continued to win the college football pregame show viewership battle. Despite that 2-week YouTube TV battle, which was crazy, had everybody tricking it off. Hey, please go to the website. I was like, no, you do it. All right, so according to Nielsen's big data viewership, the Fox pregame show averaged 1.8 million. ESPN, 2.7 million. Both were increases in viewership over the year. Now, I want to give y'all a little bit. I like to read into things, and I like to read deeper than headlines. So the comparison comes with some caveats. Big Noon uses to compete with Game Day some tricks. The viewership comparison, for example, only includes the 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock hour of Big Noon. Keep it lean and mean. For Nielsen purposes, the 10 and 11 o'clock hours considered a separate show, and their viewership measurements extend past 12. Now, here's some examples. You watch Game Day Week 14, for example. They flipped over to Fox, 12 o'clock to watch Ohio State, Michigan. You technically watch part of Big Noon. The viewership average for that day was measured until 12:15. Generally speaking, outside of Ohio State, Michigan, Big Noon includes viewers watched on Fox until roughly 12:10. Why is that worth mentioning? Because the most watched edition of either pregame show was Week 14. That was when they averaged 4.4 million viewers. Game Day averaged 3 million viewers. What? They smoked them? Yes, they did. Both shows were in Ann Arbor. Game Day, Week 1, Lee Corso's final show came in second with 4 million viewers. Outside of Week 14, Big Noon only beat Game Day in Week 10. Penn State, Ohio State. That was the first week of that YouTube battle. Okay. So the last part of this, I ain't going to bore y'all too much because I know y'all don't like reading, is this. The biggest difference also, other than that little gap that is not shrinking, but Big Noon is making some strides. But College Game Day got the more famous people on there. They got Pat McAfee, who's a unicorn, etc. But Big Noon is doing their thizzle. But one thing they need to do is they need to travel to places where it's not a Fox game. That's one thing that even Game Day will do. Like, we somewhere because it's just the place to be. Versus, no, we somewhere and we got this hookup. It's the commercial for what we doing here at Fox, right? So you got to fix that. Other than that, all to the good, baby, baby. All to the good. Okay. Let's move on to this topic. Tell me if y'all even noticed this. Real quick. What do y'all think about this? Did y'all even notice it? Did y'all see anything? Anything in common other than 3 great quarterbacks? GOAT, my favorite quarterback ever, and Patrick Mahomes, the greatest quarterback playing right now. This is the first postseason without either Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, or Patrick Mahomes since 1998. Oh, man. That parity. You know how the NBA talking about now, the last 7 years we've had a different champion? Now we see it in football, the fall of the guard. Patrick Mahomes got an ACL. That means we don't know what he's going to do next year. He's going to obviously play, but to what degree, to what level? They say it typically takes 2 years to come back from an ACL to be at full strength, full throttle. But look at us. We've been spoiled. 27 years of those 3 great quarterbacks always in it. And be real. You ever watch a game without your starting quarterback? You're pissed. Well, watch a big game, a playoff game, a Super Bowl game, and you ain't got a stud up in there, right? This may be a year we don't see Lamar Jackson, right? This may be a year, well, certainly a year we're not going to see Patrick Mahomes. Who's going to be our quarterbacks? Yep, we're going in there and say, go get it, Bo Nix. Right. Obviously, there's a Matthew Stafford there. Obviously, there's a Jared Goff who's been in the Super Bowl before or won a Super Bowl. But the point is, they reshuffling the deck right in our face. That sounds like a pause. So we gotta be careful. All this complaining I keep telling y'all doing. Everybody always want to talk like it. I ain't tripping. I don't care. Oh, you're doing something. All right, shut up, dog. I don't care. Okay. Watch what you ask for. You just might get it. I'm tired of Patrick Mahomes. You tired now? Right? You tired now when you got to be like, man, I hope he good. I hope he can ball in the playoffs. Stuff like that. That's how the game goes. Right? So, I want to see Matthew Stafford win. I want to see again, because all of the years he was in death row, Detroit, getting smoked, not getting his flowers, it's good to see him get them in abundance. It's good to see him get them in abundance. All right. Interesting conversation erupted on Gil's Arena. Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum? Beat them up in the comments. Who's better? I go back and forth on this all the time. Depends on what day it is. For real. If it's a weekday, I'm saying Jaylen Brown. If it's the weekend, it's Jason Tatum. But the point is, they had a conversation that erupted over this just because nobody can really say who's better. You see, they both do things different. And now we see the Celtics without Jason Tatum, who's trying his best to come back. Every time I see a workout video, I'll be like, slow down, dog. He's trying to come back. Well, let Gil's Arena and them break down the real value of these 2 stars. Let's go.
Hey, man, Jason Tatum, the guy with the Jordan shit and everything that y'all want to hype up the poster child. Man, listen, watch out. This is my shit.
It's the reason why you hype me up.
That's fine.
Because I'm number one when I average 29 in the East. I'm number 1 when I average 29.
Yeah, but you ain't taking that hardware though when it's time, though.
4 straight All-NBA first-team selections.
Hey, you robbing when it's time to do this. Yeah, you robbing.
Oh, number 1.
Hey, Brandon. Hey, Josiah got a stat for you.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
Josiah got a stat for you.
Go ahead.
4 straight first-team All-NBA selections.
Who's that you speak of?
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
How many?
First team.
Where them trophies at in the Zoom?
That's shit. They have the plaque.
I think you get a plaque.
Okay, well, when he do his next Zoom, when he do his
Brown don't even know what it is.
He don't need to know. He don't know what the fuck Brown got. Oh, hey, listen, the next Zoom Jason Tatum and Brown do, show your hardware.
Yeah.
They gonna have fun.
Do we think that they Zoom each other?
That shit look behind Jason Tatum.
Hey, man,
got it done. Got it done.
I ain't gonna argue.
All he doing is posting that gold medal back there that he didn't play in.
Cool.
That's cool. He got it.
4 first.
Damn.
4 first team. He got invited.
Where's the plaque?
At least he got invited.
At least I got invited.
They said,
that's what they think about you.
They said, Drew.
That's what they think about you.
That's low blow. Y'all throwing low blows.
No. Let's go. You're going too far. You're going too
What they do?
You're going too fucking far. You're going too fucking far.
All right, let's
let it go. Let it in. All bigs, you're going too far.
And this we got invited. Damn. That's how you feel? Damn. Let him go.
Yeah, let him go. Hey, this is a rap battle. You gotta have your bars ready.
That's gonna stop the whole battle.
You can tell Gil ain't there. They just talking over each other, laughing, crowd. saying the same thing is hilarious.
Damn, my nigga. What? You gonna talk about my mama too? Shit. What? Leave my mama out of this. Man. Talk about my goat. I didn't get invited. Yeah, man.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey,
guess what? Guess what? They took Derek White over you, nigga.
Don't forget. Somebody else too.
See?
Three of them.
You not being fair.
It was three of them.
We had rules to this shit.
I came here hot. I thought they was gonna get me. I came here. I thought y'all wasn't gonna say that shit.
We had rules to this shit.
I said I had you. I said I.
Damn. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, man. I just wanted to highlight some of these teammate rivalries that occur in sports at times. Shaq and Kobe, obviously, probably being the biggest one we've ever seen. Even Jordan Pippen wasn't like Shaq and Kobe because nobody was looking at Pippen like that, even though Pippen was necessary. How many did Jordan win without him? Exactly. How many did he win without Jordan? Exactly. But the point is, this one's tough because they have won together. They got their ring. And now you see, obviously, Tatum hurt. We all know the Olympics. Jaylen Brown didn't get invited, which was some BS. They literally picked players that weren't as good, but then they hid behind, we're just trying to have team chemistry, trying to make sure that everyone fits the right role. How about this role? I'm better than him. I can do what he does, but I'm better than him. You want to know how I know? Because we play together. I play with Derek White. I'm better than Derek. It's okay. Derek would say it too. I can shoot. I can defend. I can make plays. So now as a first option, true first option, the question is out there, how well is Jaylen Brown playing? And now everybody want to argue it because they seen it with Jason Tatum and they seen it with a 1A, 1B, but now they never seen it with just Jaylen Brown. And that's the conversation. But if you're a teammate, you get a little pissed at times. You be like, hey, bro, y'all better chill because a lot of y'all out here putting some dirt on my name like I ain't it. So that's what happens with a show where you got guys out there, both could be on the stage, Shaq and Kobe, and then one of them getting way too much credit to the other one. You're like, I mean, I get it, Diesel, Big Diesel. I get it, it's Shaq, respect. But y'all not seeing Kobe over here averaging 28? You ain't seeing me over here getting mine? Sometimes you can't see around what's in front of you, right in front of you. And that's what's going to be interesting about this, the dynamic. Not that they're going to beef. It's not about always, I hate you. Be an adult. Have nuance. There's times where you just like, I just want mine. Kobe Bryant famously said that. He famously said he wanted his. I want to be the reason we win. I love winning, but I want to be the reason we win. So we're going to see how that plays out, right? So here's an interesting one. What would you do? If you're Jaylen Brown, if you're Jason Tatum, what you doing? Huh? You coming back? Obviously, Jason Tatum come back and play. But who is the 1A? Who is the 1B? Before we saw it as Tatum. Do you think it's better if Jaylen Brown? Coming off an injury, he's probably going to be forced to be a 1A, 1B. We'll see how that plays out. As y'all beat up in the comments, like they arguing again. Yep, J Mo D, they stay arguing on Gil's Arenas. That's why I like it. That's how you do it. What, the barbershop, that's how you do it. When it comes to us talking that talk. Okay? That's what we do in the locker room. That's why we lose our voice. That's why I got coach's voice right now. We yell. That's what we do. All right. And this is also something that people are saying, y'all ready for this topic? I think it's Jason Tatum. I love Jason Tatum. It's no slight to Jaylen Brown. It just is. Jason Tatum, but we'll see. Kobe thought it was Jason Tatum too. I digress. Okay, you see this picture right here? What do you think? Just have some fun. What's this topic? What could this topic be? We see Sherrone Moore. Man, he was crispy, boy. You talking about from ashy to classy. Back to ashy, though. But head coach of Michigan, that stands, that M is for more. Then you see her. You see her. That's the girl. That's her. That's the one that brought them receipts one day. Ooh. All I got to say is, why you do that? Why you want to go and do that, love, huh? And why you want to do that? I mean, I know y'all broke up, but y'all shouldn't have been together in the first place, so all this shit shouldn't count. You should never tell on him because you were dirty for even messing with him. You knew that man had a whole family, a whole wife, and then go get mad at your feelings and, I gotta hear more. I mean, if it was just a breakup and you do all that to that man, I feel sorry for your mother. And then down here, y'all know what this is. The Podfather right here, Joe Budden and them. They talking about this situation in a way that y'all haven't said yet. So let's hear it out. What they talking about? There you go.
Look at this nigga, yo. My heart goes out to this man. I never want to see nobody go through that.
I have a question, black man.
Give it to me.
As a black woman, it feels like that when black men get a certain amount of success, right, that you automatically go white woman. Why is that?
This is not a joke. I haven't watched the full episode since she's been on, since Melissa Ford left. Isn't her name something like white rapper or something like that? I don't know. But she black? Man, we all over the place. Okay, just speed it up in the comments if you know more about her than I do. But, okay, she said as a black woman. I want to hear it. Let's go.
Oh, I don't.
Why is it, though? Is it like that forbidden fruit thing? Because you could date a white woman in college. You could date a white woman at your job. You could date a white woman when you went to. As a black woman, when you watch these people that will come up in a situation where they marry their childhood sweetheart or whatever, why when they get to that peak is the person they pick so opposite from what they grew up around or the culture-wise, or why is it always a white girl?
I think that's kind of similar to what Ish was saying, where you were the mid-6 or something, and the 8s are now speaking to you a certain way, and now you have access to them. I think them fellas wanted girls that they couldn't get,
like maybe white girls.
It might have been white girls, but and now I have the pick of the litter. I can take whatever I want. I always wanted this, but I couldn't get it. Like any other time I tried to talk to them, it wasn't happening. But now that I'm famous and like you said at the peak, I look at them and they talk back. So now I'm gonna go get one of them.
Mark said something a while back to me.
I don't know about that. All right, beat up in the comments. Let's have some real talk. Ain't nobody dating no white girls because they ain't had access to them. I mean, maybe back in the 60s or 80s, but now it ain't even close to taboo. As a matter of fact, it's almost fashion. They done skipped over the white girls now. If she checks multiple boxes, like she don't check one box black, she don't check one box Hispanic, she doesn't check one box white, she checks like 9 boxes. She the one. So this whole cultural access thing, I think y'all been watching too many movies, rom-coms or something. The real is, dog. No. Let me just combat what they saying before we get to the real. But it ain't because, I couldn't do it growing up. Sherrone Moore could have did it. He been at Michigan. You got to fight him away. He did it. He married one. And then he cheated on her with another one. So if it's about the forbidden fruit, you should have cheated on her with a sister. It's crazy. It don't make no sense. Let's go.
That was profound. We started talking about just like the women start to age, and now their options change. They're a little bit more liberal with who they'll fuck with as opposed to who they once wouldn't fuck with. I think that, let's just say you was a 7 dude all your life, and you was just doing everything that quote unquote was the right thing to do. These same girls shitted on you your whole life. A lot of times, I can't speak for everybody, but Becky and Maria was nice to you. So a lot of times what people say is, dog, these niggas got rich and then went and got a white. Well, actually, they might have been fucking with that white girl on they come up. Not all of them, I'm assuming, but they might have been fucking with the Spanish girl or the white girl on the come up. And now that they up on a cover of Forbes, you look at it like, oh, yo, they got rich and now they went and got a white bitch. That white bitch might have been a part of their ascension. Sometimes. I don't know. I think it's a case-by-case basis. But some of it might be the forbidden fruit shit.
Someone had just sent me an Instagram post, or maybe someone posted an Instagram post that said something like, there's...
Okay. He had an interesting theory, which is basically, look, while I'm coming up, you beat me up. All the ones that look like me, proximity crimes, familiar crimes. We heard our own first. So sisters is dissing brothers. So then when the brother finally make it, he like, forget you sisters. Y'all thought I was ugly. I was never ugly. I was just dedicated and focused on the ball. I was focused on the game. That's interesting. And then now, hey, while I'm getting dissed, little white girl, little Latina girl was being nice to me. I think you're cute. Why do they keep dissing you? Why they only talk about sports around you, right? So finally, when you get to pay dirt, you say, you know what I really love? Those people who don't care about my game. Interesting. Let's continue.
The census report that 83% of married black men who earn at least $100,000 annually are married to black women.
Yes. It's way more than what people think. Way more than what people think. We see it in the entertainment realm, in the sports realm.
I think
and shit
we
like
be
that.
talking from entertainment because we in entertainment.
Yeah.
In entertainment and sports, not so much entertainment, more so sports. I think a lot of it is systemic.
Yeah.
Like, these kids are being put in programs where, for them to be successful, those programs are in a certain part of town. Colleges, some of them high schools.
Big time colleges and shit.
The people that can be of service to you.
Experienced it and hated it. Experienced it and hated it. You're like, oh, so now I like it? No, you may be thinking, oh, you can't do something I can do, but that's not something that used to happen. That's something that's happening right now. If you can go somewhere where your boy can't, you're sitting there kind of thinking like, damn, dog, you can't do this. Got you. Still my boy. Got you. Oh, you shot your shot and missed and mine went in. Got you. I love you. That's 1 for me, 0 for you. But that's us. I can't read no books in history books and say, man, they couldn't do this, so now I'm about to just go get it. Are y'all built that way? I can't be, because it ain't connected to me in terms of my desires. Now, my opportunities, I'm thankful, I'm grateful that I could do way more than my dad could. Right? My dad's from the South, 40s, 1940s. He said he saw colored signs. He did pick cotton for a whole summer for $1. But I'm not here to walk in my daddy's shoes. I'm here to stand on his shoulders. So the forbidden fruit don't go with me when it's talking about who I'm going to date. I'm going to take you through my journey and then see where it lands in here. So obviously growing up, I'm around a lot of people that look like me. And growing up, I dated nothing but black girls. You know, elementary school, I had a girlfriend or 2. What up, Janine? What up, Joy? And Marine. I had 3 girlfriends, yep. By the 6th grade, 3 different girlfriends. All that meant was when she played handball, I watched. That was it. And every now and then we would hug. It was it. It was simple. I'm from the 80s, right? 70s and 80s. Wasn't nothing else. Then I got like around junior high, start hugging real tight. You know, she turned around when I hugged her. Uh-oh, here we go. We in public could do this. Track meets, we sneaking under the bleachers, or we in Oregon, we in the little haystacks. We rolling around. Coach like, where y'all been? Right. First tongue kiss. You know what I mean? Come on. Sister. And then you get to high school. You got a choice, right? Because some cats are starting to do it if they ain't did it already. And then some other cats like, nah. But that's the last pressure. Because you get to college, nobody care. In college, it's people that are abstaining and it's and popular. They proud. And there's people out there holding it out and they proud. It's like college is just so big of a world. You can do whatever you want and you're going to always find a number of people who support it. But in high school, it's still cool or not. The campus is small enough, even though it's big, but the groups are small enough. Everybody always in each other's business and judging. And you don't have enough identity yet to fight, withstand all that judgment. You give in to the peer pressure. So in high school, I remember first time I dated a white woman. And it was because my boy kept telling me about him dating a white woman. So at first it starts off, he's like, man, I met this girl and talking. He don't even mention race. He's just talking, oh, cool. And I was like, oh, she fine like that? For real? He's like, yeah, she cool. She athletic. She like going to the beach a lot. And that was the first thing that made me say, what? I was like, she go where? The beach? Oh, interesting. All right, do you? That turned into, you know what it is? He was like, yeah, man, you should go meet her and stuff. She got a car. She'll pick you up. We'll pick you up. What? You got what? I'm stupid. But he kept talking her up. Next thing I know, I'm hanging around her and him because that's my dog. Next thing I know, she bringing the homies around. She bringing the white homies because they her people, her sisters, her cousins, her friends. And it was as simple as that. Now, what word is that? It ain't forbidden fruit. It ain't because it's taboo. It ain't because, oh, they really like y'all. Everybody like you if you cute. Everybody like you if you cute and can ball. You know what it was? Exposure. Simple as that. You got exposed. Got exposed to something. You can say something different. I didn't run to her. So how different was it? She was just there, and now it became connectivity. My boy and you. Oh, I'm exposed to it in a different way. Simple as that. So I think Joe Budden got the closest, but we all are far off because the reality is you date your own. It's so crazy that, especially being in the black community, it's such a loud narrative that black successful men like myself, got a white woman. I'm like, what? Anna Marie, my wife is so black, she Nigerian. And Dutch though, but she Canadian. Point being, it ain't that. They be making that up. And I don't know why they make it up to that degree, that extent. They exaggerate it. I don't know why they do it, but they do. Trust me, it ain't that problem. I've been in too many locker rooms with too many millionaires. I've been on too many sets of shows and studio sets. Them brothers got sisters. Simple as that. So beat up in the comments, see what y'all talking about. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Oh, you heard systemic, then video got cut off. The video got cut off. I don't know. He wasn't going to go that deep. I think he was just saying, look, you get exposed to some of these things. Like, you know how AAU cost a grip? You know how you get into these programs and they say it's systemic because they try to lean it out based on for resources and wealth. So then you're going to be around a lot of white people because it costs a grip to be there because white people have, by their median, more money than black people. So there's sophisticated ways you can control environments based on the resources available. That's all they mean, right? And look, if you want to have something for everybody, you got to bring the price point down. You want to have something that's exclusive, you bring the price point up. But you can also look through those numbers as you're putting that out there, and it can proclaim that you're going to also narrow the scope of who can afford that, right? Black people are at the bottom socioeconomically. We've done that topic before. So if you want to pay something really exclusive and rich, chances are, by the numbers, you're going to have fewer black people there in percentage stuff. Just simple stuff. It ain't that hard. Now, people are asking, Aaron Orongo says, what's wrong with interracial dating? Nobody ever got logical answers. What's wrong with it? Nothing wrong with it. You just got to deal with people who are ignorant. We got to know the difference between ignorance and wrong. Like, now, there are some things that are right with dating your own, right? People would say the bloodlines or the pure bloodlines, whatever you want to say with that, even though ain't nobody got no pure bloodlines, but that's the argument, right? We keep the same culture. A lot of people are led by their culture, right? I'm not led by anything. I got a problem. I'm led by, look, I want to make my life the best life ever. I love culture, but it got too many rules. And some of those rules I don't appreciate, right? So I'm not abiding by them. And people are like, well, who you think you are? All right, well, I guess I'm not a follower. I'm not doing that. I challenge things. All things that come my way, I challenge. Okay? People call that argumentative. People call that contrarian. You call it what you want. Call it Marcellus. I am not just taking something that's law unless it's a damn law. If not, if it's a belief system, I'm challenging that belief. And people don't always do that. Matter of fact, most people don't do that. More people just take it as, oh, that's the way it is. Oh, God, how many times have you heard that? That's the way it is. Huh? So no one ever started that? No. So that's what's silly about it all. Silly about it all. Now, we're kind of in this lens of the racial element. Oh, this is fascinating. I don't know if you guys know who DJ Vlad is. You should. That's my dog, too. Shout out to him. Pete Rosenberg, y'all know who he is, was working radio. And DJ Ebro, who just did the damn versus Cash Money and No Limit. All right. They're getting into it. Now, there's two levels to this that I want to really highlight. One is the fact that this is really a new media versus old media conversation. And it's fascinating. Fascinating. Second one is people always talk to me and be like, man, y'all people with platforms always showing black destruction and black people and going at black athletes and all that. You don't see other people doing that. let me just highlight to you that these are two Jewish people beefing it out. And I don't even argue when people say that. I think that's so ignorant. Just like all successful black men are dating white women. You're ignorant. I can just, as soon as you let that leave your lips, I just look at you and say, oh, poor Johnny hasn't lived enough or opened his eyes when he was around. Only sees what he wants to see. Same thing when you say white people don't get into it like black people do in public and don't get into it online like that. They don't talk about each other like that. Have you watched Entertainment Tonight? Have you watched TMZ? What do you think Access Hollywood is? Think that's a black show? They talk about each other. And everyone does it. So we got two Jewish people talking about each other in broad daylight. But peep game on this. This is really fascinating because it's really about media. So this is how the beef starts. We're going to get deeper into it real quick. It started off way back. Well, right now, let's go back from here backwards. All right, so they talking about taking shots at Rosenberg on X, DJ Vlad, calling him roasting his career and accusing him of being broken bitter, claiming he never got promotions, low YouTube engagement. That's the post I showed you guys the other day. Rosenberg responded, glad you're exploiting people on YouTube. Stuff is going well, man. All right, that's his clapback. Now, they've been going at it since, it says 2010, where Rosenberg shot the first shot because he's working at corporate media. He's working at the big entity. I'm at the big radio station. This is what they thought about people who were online or building their own platforms. DJ Vlad used to be a mixtape DJ. Now he's the Garbage Pail Kid version of World Star Hip Hop, right? Talking about his show. And then now, ever since then, and Vlad has built his show up to the point where he has 6 million plus subscribers, he clapping back. And he clapping back at the old media, the old radio version, which we all know is shrinking. And more importantly, going at the dude because he just lost his job and said, now you lost your job, talking all that trash, hating on everybody in the industry, including me, hating on what we're trying to do, what we've been doing, which is tell you guys, own your own content, IP, etc. And now your ass find yourself where you are. Where is that? Who knows? You're ungrateful, though. So, I don't have any. I actually like Rosenberg. He used to come on my show all the time, Sports Nation. He was real close with Michelle Beadle. I think that's what it was. But point being, love for him, no issue. Ebro, I don't know how to feel about him because one time he said something about me because of the whole Colin Kaepernick stuff. And I was just like, I didn't know what to do with it because I didn't know anything about him. But I was like, damn, he coming at me with that slant, that whole, who is this sellout? Who is this dude? So, Ebro, good riddance, whatever. I don't know. I liked you on the verses though, so maybe I'm indifferent right now. You should have made it a lot longer. They only had an hour. That was too short. But the point is, they keep clapping at each other. So Vlad ain't done. Peep game. He's like, look, Hot 97 kept Ebro and Rosenberg employed for almost 2 decades, even though they were never the top show. Jesus, in their market and were probably unprofitable their last 10 years. And the day they get let go, the first thing they do is trash the company instead of being appreciative for what the company did for them. That ungrateful attitude is what keeps employees like this forever employees. They'll say the same thing about the next company that fires them. Now, that's a powerful statement. Knowing both of these parties now and one personally, that's a powerful statement. Because cats really do be getting high on their horse when they think they fresh. Talking about their money, talking about their accolade, talking about their achievement. Not knowing that we're all borrowing these things. Look, we're borrowing our existence on this planet, let alone borrowing, I made money. You make money, you lose money, right? You spend money, you earn money. Accolade and achievement, you can't take that away from me. Yeah, but we can take the meaning away from you to the point where we don't care. You don't believe me? Get incarcerated. Where are your accolades and achievements? They start talking bad about them, right? They dismiss them. They don't even give you credit for them once you get in trouble. Don't go through scandal. All the stuff you did that was good, forget that. All of us are on borrowed time, people. So I know that Vlad is right when he's talking about in general. Cats be acting way too saucy when they think they flossy. But the shoe is always going to be on the other foot. and you don't know how long you're going to walk in one or the other. And then it gets even crazier because then they go to this point. They taking down tweets and stuff. I get out of here over this. So then he comes at him. I hate when people put something up and got to erase it. Don't erase it because when you wrote what you really meant. Why are you erasing it? Oh, this ain't a good look. Well, how you that irrational? How you that emotional? You just put something up and be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, who's having that much engagement with their keyboard? Like, oh, damn it, why'd you make me do that? Why'd you hit enter? Never wanted a job, punk. Unlike you, I built my own platform and made 100 times more than you. It's funny how you talk shit to me on social media, but the last time I approached you in person, first thing you did was apologize. Poo-poo, okay? That's when it gets out of hand, Vlad. Calm down. I hate when y'all got a problem with a theory or you got a problem with a practice. I got a problem that you think old media is better. I got a problem that you think that new media is better. Okay, well, I don't like you now because you believe that. That's when I'm off. That's when I leave the barbershop. That's when I leave the conversation. You guys are ignorant. You just think a different way. Prove him wrong by proving yourself right. You ain't got to be mad at him. Be in love with yourself. Anyway, but then it goes even further than that where we take shots. Hey, I can take shots with the best of them. Problem is I don't like to give a lot of shots because, and I give a lot of shots. Let me say it correctly. I could give way more shots, but I know cats can't take it. And I don't want people thinking I'm mad or beefing. I just like to shoot. But the problem is some people like to shoot for real. They don't like to shoot for fun. I like to shoot for fun. You like to shoot for real. And where I'm from, we don't play around like that. I don't like anybody that ever want to see me in his own sight. That's why I never did the Ryan Clark one-on-one interview. He already had put it out there before. Oh, when I see you. No, I'm out. I got 4 kids, brother. I don't need a 5th interviewed or doing a one-on-one with a 5th kid. I don't do that. I'm a grown man. Grown man means I could talk, be pissed at you, and still be like, all right, it's all good. Like, what do you mean? I'm not paying your mortgage. You ain't paying mine. I ain't sleeping in your room. You ain't sleeping in mine. I don't care that much. But people ain't like that. But trust me, I want to blast everybody all day, every day, because I want them to come back at me. Let's go. It's fun. It's the locker room. Sensitive ass. Auntie behavior. So that's where we are. Everybody's aunties right now. But shout out to Vlad for really calling that out. Shout out to Vlad for really calling that out, because that really was a thing. They really, I hate to put it on Rosenberg because I like him, but hey, you did something wrong there. And then you roll with Ebro. That ain't it. That ain't it. Talking about a whole new form of media and hating it. That's why when the ball turns and the world turns and the evolution occurs, just roll with it. Figure it out. Stop saying, oh, no, you ain't, and that ain't, and this ain't. Okay? Your ass gonna be some paint. You're gonna be on the ground. Gonna be done. All right, let's talk about this. As they're beat up in the comments. Oh, people call him the culture vulture. That's cold. That's cold. You know why I think that's cold? Let's have that conversation. I'm not protecting Vlad. I've always felt this way. I look at life from a global perspective because I know we all feel the same things. We all want the same things: health, peace, happiness, wealth. Come on. Stop it. Move. Okay? So don't act like since you are who you are that you got some exclusivity on what life is. No. We all want the same things. We all try for it. Some come up short. Some come up long. Now, imagine if you're a Jewish person and you love rap music. Look at the dilemma you have. Look at the world setup you got to deal with. It's kind of jacked up. Glad Eminem fought through it. He's not Jewish, but white person. He fought through it. Imagine you if you're black, and I know I saw this growing up, and you love to skateboard. Oh my God. You love rock and roll, even though people go, oh, it was created by, no. I'm talking about how they treat you. Oh my God. What do you say? Oh my God. The hell you got to pay. Coach JB, my boy, Jason Brown, come on. You know, thank God he from Compton. I mean, he wouldn't be any different if, oh my God, he crazy. I love that dude too much. But the point being, look at the hell you got to pay just because what? Like, I live inward, outward in a world that I don't give a damn what you do. I'm not going to box you in because you supposed to be this. I suck at basketball. So Ain't that deep. I ain't insecure. I ain't got an inferiority complex. I'm not walking around here not talking to people no more. And y'all ain't gonna try and punk me and be like, why you ain't good in basketball? So whatever it is, the stereotype, the culture, sometimes they're synonymous, right? Point being, let that man live. Vlad can't be into the hip-hop culture because of what I want to hear? Oh, you'd rather a black guy do all the interviews. And you're not racist? No, I'm for my own. Oh, okay. So what happens when you got to interview the white people? What happens when it's the Eminem interview? You can't make it make sense. This is the beautiful thing about racial identity and politics and all that. As soon as you go down that road, I'm just trying to tell you, you ain't gonna make total sense. You may make some sense, but you ain't gonna make total sense. And since I live with a global perspective, and I live in totality of it has to add up logically, I don't ever go down that road. That could get me into a lot of trouble and a lot of problems. Oh well. Bring them. It's simple as that. And speaking of somebody who wants to talk about, oh, you got a problem? Bring it. Do y'all remember this moment? Let's break this down. This is crazy.
Steph, at the end of the third quarter, looked like you tripped and you stood up and got in Kendrick Perkins' face.
Curry throws it up, and that will end the third quarter. Steph Curry and Kendrick Perkins talking to each other. A lot of talk there at the bench.
I ain't do nothing at all. Like, I'm sitting down. You come, like, landing all in my ear. You, like, and expect me to move.
When somebody's falling into the stands, you move. You stick your hands out, you protect them. Hey, or whatever.
What did I do wrong? Nothing.
Did do something wrong, because I think you lit a little fire under Steph's, you know what, because he scored 5 straight threes in the fourth, set multiple finals records, and then, of course, y'all got swept.
Steph,
of course y'all got swept. Blah, blah, blah. Just wanted to highlight a little bit of the code, the etiquette, what's necessary. And if you want to poke the bear, let's go there. So we saw that, right, in real time. Let's watch it real quick again, how Steph Curry, in this moment, shoots the shot. Look at Kendrick's legs. And instead, one more time, shoots the shot, Kendrick's legs, don't move him one bit. And then that's when it's time to sit back down if you're Kendrick. When the little man looks you up and down, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. It's a problem. And always start with the look. If the look starts down, it's going down. I don't gotta fight you, it's going down. Okay, if the look starts up, what's up? Like, I don't want no problems. He looked down. He's like, I can't believe this wants this. Okay, I'm out. I'll be back. Wop. Shut the lights out. Get up out of here. In all seriousness, though, people who do things like that, like what Kendrick did, are typically the people who've already come to the calculation that I got to do more to keep up with them or else I'm going to be less. Like my coaches always say, when we play a real good team, people are like, damn, look at these guys. Big, fast, strong, execute everything. So you know what we're going to do? If we can't beat them, we're going to beat them up. You're like, look, they look good. I can't say nothing about them. So if we can't beat them up. That's why you see physical teams that usually ain't the most talented teams. The most talented teams ain't physical, they finesse. They're like, please leave me alone, I have my makeup on. Right? Simple as that. So I saw in that situation crazy. Oh, man. It's wild out there. Kendrick literally messed it up for everybody. When I say everybody, I mean everybody. That's wild. Okay, let's get some love here. It's like the racial show right here. It's a lot of good topics that got a little racial element in it. I blame you, Sherrone Moore. Married that white woman, that good white woman. Then cheat on her with a bad white woman. You messed it all up. Dr. Umar, who we all know is hilarious for many reasons, has an interesting point. Let's hear it.
I saw the Diddy documentary. Here's what I'm going to say about the Diddy documentary. And I have no problem with black people holding black people accountable. I'm having a problem with black people needing to expose black people that in-depthly.
Yeah.
But you never expose white people who do things to black people. The Roman Catholic Church has taken advantage of way more children than R. Kelly allegedly did.
Right.
Are you following me?
I'm following you.
Jeffrey Epstein has taken advantage of way more women than Sean Combs allegedly did. But where is the documentary on Epstein by black people? Where's the documentary on the Roman Catholic Church excesses on black people? You see what I'm saying? So to me, the 50 Cent documentary, again, respect the 50, no issues there, it is an example of self-hatred disguised as community service. You see how that go? It looks like community service. No, it's not. That's self-hate.
Blah, blah, blah. Another pickle here, huh? Another pickle where it's like, oh, what you doing? Why you do the Diddy doc? Well, because I'm a filmmaker. I'm a doc maker. I can't do it. Well, where the Epstein one? Well, who has access to that? As Aaron Narango said. Like, who got access to that? Well, what about somebody else? Why are you not making that? And what I just said to you 5 minutes ago, once you start going down that racial lane, you ain't going to add up. Not fully. To put this on 50 Cent reminds me of when Ice-T said, interesting enough, said, what is going on with the world where there was a day where you guys used to respect the person who pulled the trigger? And then, as crazy as that was, it got even crazier when y'all now respect the one who got shot. It's like, which way is up? We mad at 50 Cent for making a documentary, executing it, and I haven't even seen it yet. Tell you the truth, I was just talking about it last night. I was like, oh, I'm not in a rush to see this. Why? Because I feel like I think I know enough of it by following the case a little bit, just knowing of Diddy all these years. And I went to a few Diddy parties, not that version, obviously, but I've been to his house. Yeah, I have. His living room has a stage in it. At least they did that night. Literally, Mary J. Blige performed. I was like, what? This is your living room? Indoor. Yeah. Point being, what are you supposed to do? It's a documentary. It's the price. It's the little box that we all check, and it's the price we pay. The criticism is the cost of the praise, right? And it's wild like that. What are we supposed to do? One, it's almost like a curse. It's a blessing and a curse. You're so famous that someone is going to unsolicitedly make a documentary about you. Think about it. Now, if you live the life that you wanted to live and everything, dog, all day, every day, as good as it is to be Jay-Z, is as crazy as it is to hear his name. Google his name. People talking about everything. Craziness, making up stuff. It's wild. I see his name so often just in the mud, and the reason I bring him up is because we used to go to school together. I used to see him all the time. And I'm like, damn, dog. Like, how's today? You know what I mean? I'm not in that scope. I'm not in that zone. But then think about it. Would you want to be in that zone? You certainly take the perks. You take the privileges. Well, you got to take the issues and punishments that come with it as well. But to put a Diddy doc on 50, so it's okay for the lady to do it. Shout out to her. I forget your name, sorry. But Diddy wasn't the only executive producer. How are we going to put that on him? Oh, it's because no, it ain't because of. And this is a wild world we're living in now where you better watch your back because snipers are everywhere. There is no friendship security. There's no financial security. I've gotten cyber fraud before. Have you? Cats be out here straight jacking. What song is that? Y'all know what it is. So everybody is doing it now. Everybody's getting after it, right? Today's a little nostalgia. Today's a little gangster. Today I want y'all to catch this. Did y'all know this story right here? Dwayne Wade and Allen Iverson supposed to ball out. But what had happened was,
Hey, listen, the time is now. UD, you take it away. Ask the question.
Hey, now listen, my boy. I got to know. This time, I mean, it's been long enough. I need to know the answer.
Yeah.
Did you get the call?
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
Because you know I ain't eat for a week. I ain't eat or sleep. I ain't eat or sleep for a week.
I got the call. I had a one-on-one.
You had a one-on-one?
I had a one-on-one with Rouse about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it went a little bit like this. Rouse came in and talked to me about the possibility of trading for Allen Iverson. And that's one of my favorite players. And I love him. And I was like, bet, let's do it. He was like, you in? I said, I'm in. He's like, we're going to have to trade UD. I said, I'm out.
Wow.
I'm out. That was it. I was out.
That's my boy.
I mean, what a guy. That has to feel really good to hear that, UD.
And that's why every time somebody knocked him down, who came right behind him and made sure I knocked them down.
Now, listen, I love AI, but AI wasn't going to stick up for me. He wasn't going to fight for me. He wasn't going to take no fines for me or nothing. I'm going to stick with my home. No, keep my guy here.
Sorry, just the NBA fan in me has to know this. How close were you all to AI becoming a member of the Miami Heat? How close was it? Was this just the beginnings of
It wasn't
a
just
conversation?
AI. It was a package, but AI was part of the
Listen,
deal.
whenever Pat Riley is involved in making a move, you're always close. So
Yeah, listen. Especially for a whale.
Yeah, you're always close. And so we needed a move, and Iverson sounded great into the heart and soul of the team had to go, and that just wasn't going to be. So, AI, I love you, but not over my brother.
I love that.
It's nothing personal. We love AI, man. It's for the culture. I had the braids. I had the braids with the tattoos.
I had number 3. We had it wrapped. You had the braids. I had a number.
Yeah, we took care of it.
Hey, listen, one thing undisputed about Mr. Udonis Haslem, he is always the heart and soul, and he is always going to have the back of his people. So it all worked out. Hey, y'all did some winning. It's all good.
blah, blah, blah. Did y'all catch what just happened there? Did y'all catch how something was brewing? Something was happening. Teammates knew, right? I'm assuming others, but definitely these two teammates knew. And then you find out details because you're privileged, because you're Dwayne Wade. You've earned that privilege, right? You're that damn good. Well, we're going to have to talk to you. You ain't going nowhere, but something you love, some that you love may go. And then you find out, as good as that is, it ain't better. And then you hold on to Haslam, who ends up obviously contributing in his own ways. And then it got to the point where it wasn't even those type of on-the-court contributions. He just meant something to the culture of the Miami Heat. But the funniest thing about it all is like, dog, you didn't tell me? Oh, you did tell me? Oh, you could have went that way? Oh, you didn't go that way? Because sometimes it doesn't land as conveniently as this. So they sitting on the NBA hardwood, the NBA cup, sitting there with Taylor Rooks, all just laughing about it. Sometimes it's like, let that fool go. And then what we gonna do? What you gonna do then when you let him go? Hey, bruh, I ain't even know. That's what they're accusing LeBron of. That's the Anthony Davis right now. I don't know. What had happened. What do you mean? I didn't know. Well, how did Bronny know? Why Bronny posted? You didn't know and Bronny knows? Bronny knows more than you than the organization? Well, you know it's Luka's team now. Man, stop. I just love the dancing you got to do in these situations, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. We're going to get out of here on 2 more because y'all know how I like to end it. Like to end it with something light, but first we got to get into something dark. Something's going on in our world that I don't like. I don't care who you are, what you are, I don't like it. Is that people are dying and then people are either getting their shot off, their joke off. We've seen it, right? Whatever you want to call it. And tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm being an old curmudgeon. Tell me if I'm just too caught up as a crusader for positivity, because I am an optimist. But I remember when Charlie Kirk died and obviously the Jimmy Kimmel situation and the jokes, or not jokes, whatever it was. Well, we're back there again in a different way. Because I see this from Sage Steele that says, quote, "This tweet is so disappointing and so unnecessary. I see this first in real time. It's comments like this that take away from the countless great things real Donald Trump, the president, does for America." So I was like, uh-oh, what'd he say or do? And here we go. A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, y'all heard of this case. It just happened. A tortured and struggling, man, that's gangster, but once very talented movie director and comedy star has passed away, together with his wife, Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness. And with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before, may Rob and Michele rest in peace. Yikes. I don't get it. I just really need somebody. I mean, if you're one that don't care, because I've heard some people, and the best retort I heard was, someone was like, I didn't like that person. So I'm not rooting that they're dead. I'm not happy that they're dead, but I'm also not upset that they're gone. And I was like, wow. You're not upset that they're dead, like they never could return? They're like, no. I was like, to me, I was like, are we off course as a society? Have we now just, went off the reservation? Or is that a real healthy way to look at things? Because I ain't wish death upon anybody, but that ain't me. But there are people who have killed people, so whether you wished it or not, you did it. It ain't a thing. It's not a thing that someone has ever said to me that makes me think I want to kill them. Now, there's some things you've done that make me say, God dang, dog. But like trying to, I guess, if you're President Trump, you're like, look, this guy hated me so much, and he had a platform, he had a voice, and he just telling everybody and poisoned the well for me. Isn't the natural retort is, all right, fight back, poison the well for him, show him that he's wrong, show him that you're right. But when he's gone, so obviously you won that fight because he can't fight no more. So even if you lost it before, the next punch you're gonna win because he can't fight back. Were we just, this is fashion now, because that's how you get patterns. This is how you get patterns. What is one? One is just a chance, two is a coincidence, three is a pattern. I ain't feeling that. Not feeling that at all. I don't want us to live in a world where that's what we doing. Where we're, I mean, I grew up, how I grew up, and some bad things happen at funerals. But if you go to a funeral for somebody, even if he was a bad person, even if it was your friend from school, you were loosely connected. And you were only loosely connected because he was a problem. And you knew sooner or later he's going to get killed. Who ain't been to that funeral? Like, damn, I saw this coming, but I ain't want to ever put it out there, but you were living very dangerously. You were living dangerously close to the edge, right? Who ain't seen that dude? And then when he's dead and you see his grandma, you don't go up to him and be like, man, I knew this was coming, ma'am. I knew this was happening, lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you crying? You already knew. You don't do that. Matter of fact, people lie. They go to the other extreme. They lie in positive ways. Oh, he was a good dude. No, he wasn't. He was a terrorist. He was crazy. We know he was an inner city terrorist. Nah. So that's why I've just got a little issue. I just want to reset that. Once again, I'm talking with y'all, but I'm also talking to my kids when I'm dead and gone, and they watching the hydration situation just to get a little bit of their daddy in real time. I'm right here. Don't turn into that. Don't let that evilness or whatever the hell you call that craziness get to you. Okay, last thing we're going to get into is this. Someone asked a great question, because this is the anniversary, the 30-year anniversary of what? No, 33 years ago today, Dr. Dre dropped The Chronic. So I want to ask y'all favorite song on the album. Now, in the running was this video right here that I'm not playing the song because I heard you can't, but we gonna see. Remember this? Oh, no, Sharon Amon. I don't want to get this jacked. I just want to look. Ooh, that was the fine back in the 90s. Remember that? Creeping down the back street on D's. I got my Glock cocked because homies want these. But that ain't what we about to do. Some scenes I get sweated. You put that song on, I guarantee you the weather changes. It can be cold and snowy outside. You put on Let Me Ride, all of a sudden it gets sunny, 72 degrees. And you just end up on Crenshaw. It's crazy. But I want y'all to really go through this with me because this is wild. What's the best song on that album? Oh, this is my favorite part. I got to show y'all that. Look at this part. Look at the graphics. Look at this. That's the best part. All right, come on. Get through it with me. Let's go. And then we out of here. What was the best song on this album? Then we out. The Chronic intro, can't be the intro. G-Thing, I mean, of course, but they played it so much. Sometimes you can overplay a song and then you got to pick another song. People like, everybody gonna say that song. But G-Thing is in the running. Number 2. These nuts. No, that's just a skit. Creeping, yes, Let Me Ride, but probably not gonna win. The Day They Took Over, good song, really good. All these great songs, but no. Little Ghetto Boy, sneaky, but no. This one, Can Be. Now we get into the part of the album that I love that I don't think a lot of people understand. This is when it gets hype. 8 to 11. Doom, 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 doom. Remember that? Rat-tat-tat-tat. And then High Power. This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential neighborhood. Bam! That's my song. That is probably that one. And Rage. Oh my God. Oh my God. That or Stranded on Death Row. Remember that? King. Stranded on Death Row. So duck when I bust my. Come on. Just had to do that. Beat up in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Right? Let me know what was the actual song? Somebody said that. Wasn't a skit. Did I say something? I misspoke? All good. What was better album too? Ooh, I should say that trivia. I ain't gonna do it. Love for you guys for rocking with me again. You know what we doing. 5 in the morning. Get your ass up. Let's do it again tomorrow. That's what we do. All right, y'all. Have an amazing day. I'm going to the Clipper game tonight. Y'all think we gonna win? Nope. Man, we sorry right now. What is going on with my team? What happened to the Clips? We are sorry. Oh, God. Please tell me what's happening. I don't think I live in a town where the Lakers are better than my Clippers, but it's real. They are. Can't believe it. It's happening. It's happened to us. Well, all good. Love you guys. I'm crying right now on the inside. Peace.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I preach the verse.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so.
Blah, blah, blah.